stuff. That was kind of my day. That was kind of my day. And it was nice to be back out there and see a lot of the supporters, get to talk to a lot of people I haven't seen in a while. And, we're just kind of back in this mix, in the mix of the support, trying to keep things together, trying to rally around Karen and all these other causes that we're standing out for right now. And, I've been shedding a lot of light on Trooper Enrique Delgado-Garcia's case specifically because it's really touched me. It's really touched my heart. And now I have the opportunity to speak with his mom and his sister and some of the extended family. I really, want to try to get to some answers, but it's held tight. Not a lot of information out there, but really making contact with the family at this point did help in filling some clues and some answers to questions that I had. So essentially, I left court. I went and grabbed lunch. I hung out with a subscriber. Ironically, it was Trish. She was over at the court. She messaged me and said, "Hey, where are you going to be right now?" And Trish has been up in the studio with Mizzy and they've come here and they help out with Sandra Birchmore's case. But so we sat down, we just shot the shit. I flew back to the studio for a little bit to kind of relax. And then I headed over to Michael Morrissey's office for the Stronger Together standout. I got there probably about 45 minutes after it started. There was a large crowd there, probably well over, I would say probably 150 people. And when I got there, my subscriber, Beatrice, came up to me and said, "Hey, I've been looking for you and I'm so glad I found you because some of Enrique's family is here, an uncle and a cousin. And I would like they wanted to meet you." So we went over, she translated in Spanish for me, which was fantastic. I had some questions and they were very reserved at first. They're very, very reserved. The family is been very private about this. They haven't spoke much about it. And that's just due to the fact of their legal counsel. And so after meeting with that side of the family, one of their aunts came over, which was Enrique's mom's sister. So then I had an opportunity to speak with her. Let me just get to this really quick. DK, in defense of Peter Tragos, he said somebody sent him that video. I don't think he knew which YouTube creator. It's not a problem. I have no problem. But thank you for pointing it out. I think that's great. And I've used this stuff here before, and he doesn't hit me with a copyright strike or anything. And that's cool. I think that's pretty cool, though. But anyway, getting back to Enrique Delgado-Garcia. So I spoke with them. There was some translating going back and forth. The uncle, from what I understand, actually flew over from Puerto Rico to actually do the standout. And then I got to meet with Enrique's aunt, and we had some conversation for about 20 minutes. She shared many videos with me and photographs of Enrique's life. And that was one of the video that you saw that I posted today that actually I got permission. Sorry, I'm turning my fan off. I got permission to actually post that and just show you a little bit about who Enrique was, because all we've seen so far is just static photos of him. And I said, I really would like to get a video if I can with your permission and post it so people can understand, who he was or what he looked like, when he was full of life. And, we saw that. I posted the video today, and he had his nephew up on his shoulders. And it was a very sweet and precious moment to see that. And I saw photos of his injuries, which were shocking. They showed me the injuries. They described his injuries. They told me about his injuries. They were told to not take photos, but they're like, look, we're documenting this. We want answers. So, those are photos that are there. They're always going to be ingrained in my brain now. It was horrible. It was troubling to look at them, but she described, what was going on in the photos. And, after some time of gaining some rapport with her and the family kind of warming up and talking to me, they said, we do know about your channel. We know everything that you've been talking about. We appreciate the first, kind of non-family standout, Enrique standout that you did, a couple of weeks ago, because that really was the first official one besides the family. And I said, we're going to continue to do those. We'll put those together. I'll share the GoFundMe link. So anyway, after warming up, the aunt told me that his mom and his sister are actually on their way. And I went, really? Do you think I would have the opportunity to speak with them? So she called Enrique's mom and asked if I could meet with them. And she said, absolutely. We'll do it privately. They arrived at the standout. We went to a private lot. And I had the opportunity to speak with his mom and his sister for about a half an hour. Beatrice did a phenomenal job translating for me. But the kind of the caveat on all of it was his sister actually spoke fluent English, which was great. And, we just encourage them to not, because of the language barrier, don't let these officials and the department and these, the lawyers push them around. They need to push back. They need to be consistent. They need to continue to ask questions and demand answers. And we really instilled that inside their head. And I told them that, I still put pressure on them, via my platform, via Twitter or X. I still write FOIA requests, even though they get denied. I still want to ask questions. I have every right as an American citizen to do that. That's why the Freedom from Information Act is there. I can request it. Yes, it may be denied. They may not answer me, but at least they know that we are putting pressure on this situation and we want answers. It has been yesterday. Yesterday is 60 days. 60 days and Enrique Delgado-Garcia was killed. 60 days. And that family has no answers. They said, we are not hearing anything. I've also reached out. I don't know if that's a word. I reached out to David Meyer's office again and asked, do you have a follow-up? I haven't heard anything. So tomorrow when I wake up in the morning, I will forward that email again and say, can you update the public? We want answers. Now, I know I'm going to get the standard, it's an open investigation. We're not going to say anything right now, but I want them to understand that we as the public and as citizens of Massachusetts want to know what happened. I don't want this poor family watching his mom cry in front of me yesterday for the full 30 minutes that I get to meet with them, crying and embracing and hugging her and just crying. I don't want her to have to suffer a year. Because think back, David Meyer, when he investigated, when he was the special investigator for the drug lab scandal, it took him almost a year to come to a conclusion with that report before turning it in. This family can't wait a year. They can't wait a year for answers. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. And where's the medical report? I think Nurse Kim said that it's got to be like 40 or 45 days. And unfortunately, because I looked into it, for me to request a medical examiner's report, I'm never going to get it. Because you know why? I'm not a family member. But maybe I can talk to his sister and have them put the request in and say, where is the medical examiner's report? We want to know what happened. Where is it? So that's really what we've been waiting for. That's what they've been waiting for. They're not getting anything. And I'll pull up my article here and read it here in a second. So let's do this really quick. I saw a couple of super chats come in, or I saw one super chat come in. D, thank you. Says, I appreciate you. And thank you for the $20, by the way. Thank you. It supports this channel. And thank you for being a Go Squad member. It keeps the lights on here in the studio so I can keep doing this. And thank you. So she said, appreciate you. Thank you for your selfishness to bring this community the truth. And I listen, I try to do everything I can. I work a full-time job and I try to, hunt down leads and talk to people as much as I can outside and put these lives together and try to raise money for these families and drop their respective links to get money to them. We've raised a lot of money here on this channel and given back to Karen Reed's Defense Fund. I've done stuff for Turtle Boy. And now I want to start trying to help the Garcia family out because they are in a lot of pain. You can tell that family is very close. They love each other. And they are in a lot of pain. I mean, you can see the sadness on their face. That Enrique was, Enrique was the family. And that's what I understand from all of this. He was the one that was going to propel the Delgado-Garcia name forever. And he was just this very unselfish person. She told me some stories. She said, his mom said that there was a time when a spider came into the house and everybody was freaking out and they wanted to kill it. And Enrique went over and picked it up and he said, "Don't kill it. Let's bring it outside and let it go." And that's really who he was. He was that type of person. She also told me that yesterday they had just gotten his car and all his possessions back from the academy. And she started to go through some of his possessions at home. And she found things like he would donate to various charities and not really tell anybody about it for any type of clout or anything like that. He was very into donating to the Humane Society. And there was some other charities that she had said, but she was very surprised by that. And that was just a private thing that he did and just gave back, gave some money back to help. And that's just the type of person he was. And all the interactions of people that I've talked to on and off the record, they have just said wonderful things about him. I have his sister passed me some phone numbers of some friends. I'm going to reach out to them probably tomorrow and see if they want to make any type of comment or statement, or if they want to come on the show and talk about Enrique. And that's really what I want. I would just want to find a friend out there that had spent time with him, or maybe someone that was in the academy with him that had been let go and didn't make it through. And I'm calling that. I'm putting that calling out there to the public. If there's anybody that was in Enrique's class, and I know that a lot of you are being silenced right now and not being able to talk. But if you want to speak, you could have this platform here. Come on, let us know. Let us know what happened, because this family is desperately searching for answers. Their heart is broken. I mean, his mom is you can see it in her face. The aunt told me also that she said, every night I go to bed, I wake up in the middle of the night and I just see Enrique in front of me. And I mean, just hearing that is just so heartbreaking. This was really the nucleus of the family. Enrique was really the nucleus of the family, and very well loved and very, and missed, really missed. All right, let's bring up this, my article here that I wrote, and we'll go through this. And it does have a lot of the conversation that I had with, his mom, his sister, and the extended family. So it goes to, and I'll drop the link here if you want to go back and read this. It does help, in my algorithm to kind of push this story out, because everybody needs to know about this. So I'm working on some of that information, Laura. I'm working on that right now. I have a couple of requests in, and I haven't heard anything back from the Mass State Police. But anyway, let's read about this. So today marks 60 days since Enrique's death, and still nothing. And that was yesterday. Searching for the truth of Trooper Enrique Delgado-Garcia's death at the Mass State Police Academy. So I write here, as of yesterday, today was a long day. I started off with the Karen Reed hearing in Dedham. I had a chance to sit in court and see Special Prosecutor Hank Brennan in action for the first time. He seemed to make several questionable moves. His arguments felt a bit desperate at times. After the hearing, I headed over to the Canton, Mass for the Stronger Together rally in front of DA Michael Morrissey's office. It was inspiring to see around 150 people standing up for justice, supporting causes like the Free Karen Reed movement, justice for John O'Keefe, Sandra Birchmore, Justin Root, and Trooper Enrique Delgado-Garcia. As I moved throughout the crowd, I was introduced to some of Enrique's extended family who were there, raising awareness about the case. Some have traveled in from Puerto Rico and to be part of the standout. I was so grateful to have my friend and Spanish translator, Beatrice, with me. It made communication with his family smooth and informative. Without any prior announcement, Enrique's mother and sister were on their way to the standout. After gaining trust with his extended family, I was given the opportunity to meet privately with them for about 30 minutes. Enrique's mother shared that Enrique's mother shared that the family has been following my coverage of the case and expressed their gratitude. When I asked if there's any updates, she said, quote, "Today marks 60 days since Enrique's death and still nothing. But today we received Enrique's car and possessions back from the academy." She added, quote, "Going through my son's possessions these last few weeks, I discovered so much about him. He used to donate to the Humane Society and other various charities, never saying a word to boast. And it was simply who he was, very generous, uh, one to never brag." Enrique often spoke to his mother about his training. He said he described it as very strenuous. He mentioned that allegedly that one of the Mass State Police trainers would frequently single him out, saying things like, "You think you're better than everyone? You think you're tough just because you're physically fit?" As I asked more questions about what happened, she recounted that at the hospital, doctors had told her the extent of Enrique's injuries: broken teeth, two fractured vertebrae, and a broken ankle. Enrique's aunt showed me photos of him in his hospital bed, which were shocking to see. His mother added that doctors told her the brain injury that he suffered was the equivalent of being struck at about 100 miles an hour. She said, "In my opinion, this is not an accident, it's an execution." She also mentioned, "I wish I could speak out more, but our lawyers have been advised to stay silent for now. And I wanted to come here today to quietly be part of the standout. And I appreciate everything everyone is doing to keep my son's case alive." So I'm grateful that I had the chance to meet with the Delgado-Garcia family. I could feel their loss and pain in their eyes. Enrique was truly loved, which I was so clearly in the photos and videos that the family shared with me during our conversation. I assured Enrique's mother that I would continue to pursue more information about his case and express my deep appreciation for her openness with me. And then I have the link here to their GoFundMe. If you would like to support Enrique's family, they have a $60,000 goal. It's at about 45,000 right now. I will share that in the chat. And I would love for people to make that happen. They actually gave me this shirt that I plan on at the next standout, and I have photos of it here in my article. And I want to play this video after, but this is the shirt that they honored me with, that the family wears at the standouts. So you have the photo of Enrique in the back. I mean, in the front, and then in the back here, it says "Justice for Enrique." So I want to thank the family members for giving me one of these. I will hold on to it, obviously, forever. It will live in LTL Studios here. So thank you. I really do appreciate that. And I want to play this video if you haven't seen it yet. And this is Enrique with his nephew.
Yeah.
So that was my day. And it was tough to see the pain on that family's face. And I want to thank the contacts that I've made. I am now in direct contact with family members, and I told them if there's anything that I can do here at whatever level that I can to help, I will help them. So hopefully we keep some open dialogue and communication going. And as some new information comes out, hopefully I'll get some more of that to share, and maybe they'll trust me a little bit more to put some, more photos or videos out of Enrique to honor his life. And it's tragic. It really is truly tragic. My heart was hurting for his mother. She's just, they need answers. They want answers, and there's nothing. There's just nothing at this point, and it's very sad. It's very sad to have to see a mother that doesn't have any answers to her son's death, and it's not fair. And it's not fair to them because they seem like a very sweet family, a very sweet, close family. And Enrique was, he was the top. He was the top. and he wanted to be a Mass State Police trooper. That was his life's goal. And you know, going to try to achieve that dream. This is the situation we're in. So it's horrible. It's a horrible, horrible thing that they had to go through. Name, thank you so much. $20. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. So if you want to, I will drop that article in link in the chat. You can check it out. And then if you just keep scrolling down, you'll see more of the articles that I've written on Enrique. So I think that's going to wrap up tonight's live. I appreciate you all being here and supporting me on the stream. Tonight is Thursday. I'll be back on Sunday, and we'll keep hitting at it. So, yeah, Mizzy was over there for a little bit and got to meet Enrique's mom as well too, and they had some conversation after I had left, and I got filled in on some more details about some more of the conversation. But it was just so nice to really meet her. I'd like to organize a standout up in Worcester because they are from that area, and I would love to go up there at some point and organize a standout. So I'm going to work on that soon. And if any of you all that live in the Massachusetts area would like to go up and join us, that would be great to support. So please, if you can make a donation via my article through the GoFundMe, I really would appreciate it to help that family out. They have a big goal to reach. They're at 45,000 right now. They're trying to reach their goal of 60, and it really would help that family out. So, but thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for being here tonight. I appreciate it. We're going to head out, and I will be back, hopefully, let's see, Sunday night. We'll be back live, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm trying to get Mazza back in here. We're going to work out our schedules and try to do a live with him in live because he hasn't been over to the new studio, and I'd like him to be here at some point. Maybe we'll try to get Rita in here with us or, I don't know, someone else. But thank you all so much for being here. Thank you, Ghost Squad members. Thank you, new subscribers. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe this video. I love you all. I would not be here if it wasn't for all of you, and I appreciate all the support. And I'll see you soon. Everybody have a great night. I know it was a late night tonight, and we'll talk soon. So have a good night, everybody.